Hello and welcome to the Hudson Valley Art Market. We're live at 6 on Thursdays as we get ready for our annual market at Locust Grove on Thanksgiving weekend. We want to introduce you to some of our artists and artisans. Tonight, I'd like to introduce you to Brendan Boyce. Brendan, welcome. And will you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thanks. So I'm 52, been married for over 27 years. I have an 18-year-old son. I live in Poughkeepsie. I'm an engineer at Global Foundries in Fishkill. I've been doing that for about 29 years. And I also have a few hobbies, one of which is building things out of cigar boxes.
So can you describe these cigar boxes?
Okay, so I mean, when you think cigar box, I do have some. So you think of a cigar box as what you think of, right? Normally, what people would see, different kinds, different colors, different shapes, and so what I do is I'll take them and I'll repurpose them into different kinds of things. Right now, I'm building guitars and lamps, and I can go into a little bit more about that later if you want, but. So I get them from cigar shops and then make stuff out of them and enjoy it. I really enjoy it.
So how did you become interested in this? Have you been smoking a lot of cigars?
Actually, I don't really smoke. So that's the weird part. Maybe once or twice a year, which I haven't done in a while, I meet with some college friends and we'll, smoke a cigar here and there. But honestly, I don't really smoke. But I got interested in it. I was looking at some YouTube videos. I wanted to actually learn how to play the banjo. So I figured, let me go on YouTube, look at some videos. And I came across this guy in Oregon that had a 3-string cigar box guitar. And I said, well, that looks neat, I actually contacted him. We talked for a while and I ended up ordering one from him. And so he was building it and he said it takes about 2 weeks to build. So then he'd let me know when it's finished. So I started looking into some more videos on how to build them, what they're about, the history. And I figured, maybe I should give it a try. Maybe I have some cigar boxes. Maybe I can try to build one. So a little over 2.5 years ago, I built my first cigar box guitar. And I built it, March of 2018 with just different parts. I had the box itself, of course. I actually have a fan from a computer, a fan guard from a computer as a sound hole, which is kind of neat. Like a hinge from a door and a piece of a nut and a bolt. So it's pretty simple, but you still need some kind of knowledge of music and guitars and the scale length and things like that. So I did a lot of research and I've been building. That was the first one I've done. I just finished build number 59. So I've been building ever since. So I've built about 59 of those and I built a bunch of lamps. What I mean by lamps is some of the cigar boxes aren't always that big. Some of them are small, and you can't really build a guitar out of a box like this, right? So I actually built a lamp out of it. So it's a plug-in lamp. It's got a nice bulb on it. I put some feet on there too, so it sits nice on a dresser or as a nightlight. And there's different kinds and different sizes, smaller boxes. So I just really like experimenting with things, trying new things, and it's really become like a passion of mine. And I just enjoy building them and enjoy seeing people go, what is that?
So with 59 guitars, what have you been doing with them?
I don't have 59 now, so I've sold a bunch. I've given some away. I've actually given some to some notable artists. There's a few people. One young kid in Boston. He actually is a Billboard artist, and he's won a few Grammys. I sent him one. His name's Tyler Morris. He's got some videos on YouTube and Instagram, and he actually made a video of him playing one that I built him, which is really neat because it's I'm not very good, and I wouldn't even want to try to play right now. So, but I like seeing people, actual musicians that know how to play and they'll play. Um, so that's rewarding to me. So yeah, I'll sell them, give them away. Um, Last year was my first year at the market, and I sold a few, and I got a few orders, and so it's just something I hope I can do for the rest of my life.
So when you're at the market this year, what will you be bringing to sell? Do you have any samples there now that you can
Yes,
show us?
I do. I have. I'll be bringing cigar box guitars like this. Mostly 3-string. Um, this one's one of the later builds, so it's probably a lot better than the first one I've ever built. But so I'll probably bring a few guitars because they're a little bit more expensive than the lamps, but mostly I'll be bringing some lamps. I can fit a lot on a table, and there's a lot of variation, so there's usually something for everybody. And they make great gifts, so people seem to like them.
Can you show us a few more?
Yep. So here's another one.
Oh, neat.
And this is a cool like hemp cord. And I like to use these Edison bulbs. And they're not expensive. I include a bulb too with each lamp, and I'll have some that'll be turned on. The one I showed you here, this one too. There's some actually behind me. There's another one behind me up here.
Right, I see it.
And there's some that I'm in the process of building, little boxes here. So yeah, there's just so many different colors, different. I've actually made a few clocks as well. I don't have any of those out, but I can tell you like something like this, which has a clock on it, just a picture of one.
Yeah.
I'll put a little clock face on here, and I've actually had a couple of lamps / clocks that I've sold too. So there's pretty different ideas.
Great. So you said last year was your first year at our Hudson Valley Art Market, and you're coming back this year. Can you tell us what you liked about it?
I really like the venue. It's just a beautiful place and very welcoming.
And that's Locust Grove.
That's Locust Grove,
right on
correct.
Route 9.
Yes. Some people know it as the Samuel B. Morse Estate, right?
Exactly.
FB Morse. I can't remember if it's FB.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So and the people there are amazing, and just everybody, all the vendors that I met last year were really great, kind people. It was a really overall great experience for me. People just coming over, saying, like I said before, wow, what is that? I've never seen anything like that. This is so cool. Or, how did you do it? And I'm fine with, talking to anybody about it. I just enjoyed the experience, and hope to do more. There are not too many markets like this around, I'll tell you that. But I'm just glad this one's here.
Great. Anything else you want to add? Anything that we haven't touched on?
I don't know. I think we've pretty much covered everything. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else. I don't know if there's any other questions, if anything came up from Facebook or not. But I'm available to talk to. You can get my information from the market. When I'm there, I've got business cards, things like that. So please come out and then check it out.
Okay, great. Want to remind everybody to come to the Hudson Valley Art Market Thanksgiving weekend. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right after Thanksgiving. We'll, of course, be following the COVID-19 pandemic precautions. So people will need to wear masks, keep a distance, and we'll have a certain number of people in the market at a time, and the vendors will be spaced, but you should be able to have lots of time for conversations and exploring and searching out many, many fine things.
Brandon,
sure you don't want to play us a tune?
There is a question, and
Oh.
the question is if you are making standing lamps.
Actually, yes. I've made one standing lamp. I'm going to make some more. So by standing lamps, just like a lamp you put on the floor. I have another one that's behind me, but I can't reach it. So it's basically, I'll be stacking cigar boxes like this, stacking them up and making a standing lamp at it. So yes, I'll have some standing lamps as well.
Great.
Would you have any of these at the market, or at the market
Yes.
you are mainly bringing more guitar and regular lamps?
I'll bring a few standing lamps so people have an idea what they look like.
Okay.
And actually, I have a question. If somebody sees something, but the person in front of them buys it, is there enough time for you to do any kind of special order between the Thanksgiving weekend and our holidays?
Absolutely. Yes. Actually, that came up last year. Someone had bought a guitar, and there was a patron at the market and asked if I could build one for her husband. And I did. So, and I can build lamps fairly quickly. Guitars take a week or so, but yes, I'll take special orders at the market itself. If you don't see something, maybe I'll have some pictures or things, if other things that I've done. So custom orders are fine.
Perfect. Great. Okay, if there aren't any other questions, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to more Thursday nights at 6 to introduce more of our artists. Thanks, Brendan. Have a great next couple of weeks.
Thanks for having me.